Hi everyone, I'm Virginia Killmore and welcome to my studio. Today is Case a Card Monday and a very good friend of mine came to visit me this weekend and shared this beautiful masculine card with me, and I am copying it exactly. I love it. Pam is relatively a new stamper and has become so gifted right away, and part of it is just that she uses great combinations with our Stampin' Up! Products. So let's get started. So I'm not going to do what I did on Friday, which is forget to zoom out. I guess I forgot that on Friday, so I'm apologizing ahead of time. I kept thinking I was going to be able to fix that all week long, but I got a really busy week. So this card is Pam's card, and I love it because it's so simple, so clean, but really a nice card. And the sentiment says Father's Day, but if you were to use this handsomely suited set that I use, there's also Happy Birthday, one of the world's greatest dads. You don't have to just stick to a Father's Day card. And I love this set because I love the little bow ties, and I just like the way these are laid out. We started out with Hydrangea Hill paper, which is kind of strange. It's this paper right here. And so I cut a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, and I started with that, and that's going to go right on our cardstock, which is an 8.5 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock that I have already folded. And I'm just going to get that glued on and set that aside while we work on the rest of it. This card will really go together fast, especially because I've done a lot of the pre-cutting for us. If I was to show you how to cut the card, it would take a little bit longer, but I don't think you need to watch me use a cutter. So the next layer is this piece, and this is the piece we're going to do all our stamping on. So I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper, and we are going to stamp our little bow ties all over this. We're using Mossy Meadow. And when you stamp an all over pattern, you want to turn the paper and the stamp each time you use it, just so that you don't end up with similar looking stamping items. And it's best to work your way from the inside out, but because this card is mostly stamped on the edges, I'm really concentrating on getting good stamping there. And that's it. That's all the stamping I'm going to need to do except for the sentiment, which is a scrap piece of paper. Well, actually, it's not. It's cut from a scrap piece of paper, and I might as well show you these rectangles. I used number 3 and 4. The number 3 was for this, and number 4 was for my gold piece. And I cut them out of, they're called stitched rectangles. I love them. I use them all the time. The hardest part about this card for me was getting the sentiment just right. So I only have one chance, so let's see how good I do. I think I'm going to use my grid paper to sort of help me line up. I find the grid paper really helps me line up where things are. And as long as my stamp is pretty close, it usually comes off okay. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Let's see what I got. I do have the emergency side, which is the other side of the cardstock, but that's it. Oh, it came out perfect. I don't know. Must be just because I stamp so much every week now that I'm getting better at it, but I can't tell you how many times I go to stamp something like this and it's crooked. But this is the emergency side. Oh, no, this would not have worked because this had some kind of little scrappy piece on there. And then this is it. This is our card. Now, what I did do with this card that I really liked, and Pam suggested it, I used dimensionals on all of these 3 layers. So I am going to put dimensionals all over. If you've never used dimensionals, they are the bomb, and they make any card extra special. They just add to the way it looks. I'm going to use my take your pick tool because this comes off so easy when I do this, and then they go right to the garbage and they're not all over the floor, which drives me crazy. Now, using this grid paper right here, it makes it easier to lay this out. So I can sort of see that I'm somewhere between two sections of dark green from the top and bottom, and approximately two sections of green from the right and left. I think I did that pretty good. It's always so hard to see when I'm doing this from here, and I can see I'm off just a tad, so I'm just going to move it a tiny bit. There, I'm a little happier with that. Okay, and now this is going to get put on here. Oops, I keep taking out extra of these. Actually, I have it wrong. This is going to go on next. I had an extra piece of green sitting there. This card really is just about the layers. The layers really make it elegant and really nice. Love that pokey tool. Same thing with this. It's a little harder because now you don't really have any reference, but I'm just going to go with it. I didn't put one in the middle of this one. I usually put one right in the center. And now just one on each of these corners, plus one in the center. I think I probably should have put one in the center there. Same thing again, let's pull these off. It's so nice because they're all there, and then I just flip them in the trash can. And now I just got to line this up, and look at that card. Isn't that stunning? I'm so thankful my friend Pam came by on Friday. She brought me the cutest little crib and, well, actually a doll bed that her husband had made that was used in her family, and I'm so thrilled to have it. Cease loved it. She properly took the baby out of it and sat right down in it like she was going to take a nap. I thought it was so cute. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. Don't forget, tomorrow is live at 10:30 in the morning, Coffee and Cards, and there'll be a quick tip tomorrow to share with you. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.